frozen dwarf. Alright. Ice javelin. So we do have some different mobs down here. And yeah, frost shards. Just an ore. Frost sentries, I guess? Bonus points for the boomerang. Haha! Attacking around corners. Trapper zombies, too. It's a little bit like what I was expecting. Man, am I ever hurt. I wasn't really expecting, like, a boss fight. Because it sounds like it's just a normal drop. Whoops. I wasn't paying attention. Shoot. What a terrible dream. Yeesh. Alright. So now I could just be like, here is stuff. And they'll put it away for me. Here, I got some snowstone as well, which I'm not sure if that's just stone? Just like a different appearance of stone. Seems to be. As far as the frost shard stuff goes, 15 armor on the chest that I've got. 9 armor and attack speed. Yeah, it's less armor. Less armor, but like more agile stuff. So like, because we got like RPG type stuff like that, where you could have different sets of gear that isn't just strictly just tier 1, tier 2, which is better than tier 1, tier 3, which is better than tier 2. You can have a lot of side grades and different specs, and you can have these interesting hybrid builds that do a bunch of different combinations of attributes depending on your playstyle. And you're going to these different biomes, which are sort of like intermediary tiers, your tier 2.5 and 3.5 type stuff, to really muddy things up so you don't really have that exact just 1, 2, 3, 4 progression. Like there's room for it, but I don't think this, at least in its current state, I don't think it's got enough depth to it to really do that. I think for the most part it's going to be, I turn this in, which unlocks the more quote-unquote advanced quest, which is just killing the boss, which gets us into the next tier, which then it's like, okay, now go to a swamp biome or something for the ivy, I think it was. Kill something in their cave. Okay, now fight their boss. And there's a bunch of alternate bosses for me to summon, which maybe those give you sort of those awkward side grade things that I was talking about. Maybe. Don't know. There's that. And then there you go, kill Queen Spider, yeah. The travel scroll to just teleport. Okay. And for that, summon in snow caves or destroyed by destroying or using a royal egg. Okay. So yeah, that's, we can summon it or break an egg and get it that way. And for that, we'd be wanting a fighting force of folks to help us out. So like, let me travel scroll into the dungeon entrance. See about getting some more of the void boomerang parts that I need to get a stack of boomerangs, and then ooh, a gunsmith. Nice. Very like Terraria tier progression based that. Hello? Huh. Oh yeah, from the person who died. Right. I like the Terraria type progression type thing because you start to like, you don't really know exactly what's possible later on, but I just find the motivation of going through and unlocking the next tier and just knowing that, oh, then I have to kill a boss to get the next tier, which is going to be undoubtedly better than what I've currently got. I find that to be a little bit frustrating personally, for my taste. I always like not really knowing what's possible, because then I can always be surprised with like, oh, I had no idea that was a thing. Like, imagine I just find a minigun right now and it's like, oh, okay, really rapid range damage. Cool. Because then I kind of want to like build a set of gear for that and see what that's like and outfit some NPCs with it. Like this archer ranger dude who I had, yeah, we'll just give him a minigun. Why not? He's just a heavy gunner now. That sort of thing. It's just like you don't really know what's possible. But when you're following a very direct tier type thing, it's just harder to stay motivated because you know that everything that you've got is terrible compared to the next tier of gear. Maybe that's just me generally. I don't know. You know what I ought to do is get rid of this Force of Wind and put on like that shield or something again. This dash is just not... It's just not helping much. It's handy for moving around, but the cooldown of it is so long. I would need gear that's like trinket ability use cooldown reduced by or so. Could be a thing, I don't know. But like I'm already paying attention to where I'm standing and where the projectiles are, that I don't have too much of a chance to also control where and when I teleport. Hey, a Void Spear. Guess we can try out spears. Would be really cool to find another boomerang just kind of hanging out there. Just saying. Wow, that's some range. Ooh, and that's some damage. Oh, wow. You see, that's exciting. That's nice. That's like, ooh, spears. Oh, man. That's pretty fun. See, I like the discovery. It's like, oh, what is that? And this is a tier of equipment like spear type weapons that maybe aren't available straight away to you when you unlock them over time. Just boom, discovery. Hey, another mage. Sure, I'll have a second mage. Actually, do I want a second mage? I don't think I want a second mage. Sorry to say. So what's down another floor then? Since apparently we're doing kind of alright here. Need to eat and drink another potion, but when it comes to fighting dudes in melee, I feel very well off right now. The spear is very nice. Could get the spear enchanted as well to do the 30% increased damage. Or speed, rather. Or you put a knockback potion on, you can probably keep them completely rooted, or knocked back ever so slightly with a touch more knockback to the weapon. Make those pressure plates. Ouch. Ouch. The things still really hurt though. I don't think I'm necessarily fully ready for a dungeon like this. Something interesting regarding these guys is I don't think they teleport away from a strictly melee attack like this, spear. Because it's like definitely melee. I only needed 8 and then the 4 demonic bars, so we're technically okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and... do a touch more exploration here. You like that dash. Whoa. See if I can't find just another treasure chest, because I think this is another spiral bit into another treasure. Mobility cloak. Hey, we could use that for crafting. Or was like an explorer cloak or something, I think it was. Nothing in the dungeon cabinet. Okay, so... deeper down. This is an arena. A void wizard with a mere 4,500 health. This is fine. Which one's real? Maybe it's this one. That's a fun spell. I would like that spell. Can I have that spell? Whoa. A new phase. Dave the gunsmith is leaving. No! Ouch. Get ready to heal. Ooh. Oh my god, it's just constant with this dude. Yeah, nah. I did surprisingly okay, honestly. This spear is ridiculous. I feel like if I customize my gear a little bit more, the trinkets and all that, and got something that isn't this terrible dash, we might be able to handle that. But I guess the bosses are a bit iffy enough that having a little army with you is not a terrible thing, so I think that's maybe the large appeal of having a settlement, is just you get the workers just to keep things running, and then a bunch of guards to actually fight things for you. And that's that. Like, the little bit of automation is kind of handy too, just being able to depot into a big chest and just, aha, and they take care of it for you. That's kind of cool. Here's the heavy hammer. The sluggish mobility cloak, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we turned that into the traveler cloak. Ooh, if I add the fins, which I've got. Land and sea mobility out of combat. Hold on. That's made in the demon chest. First off, Void Boomerang, number 3, so we can get that enchanted. And then the balanced foci as well we could do. All damage dealt. I mean, that takes the guesswork out of it. The Traveler Cloak, and the Traveler Cloak was used again, I think, with the Pirate Telescope. Extend travel and biome view range a little bit as well. Okay. This foci is also used for a balanced Frostfire foci if I get a Frost Flame. Increase damage dealt by 15%, attack slow target, and deals 35% damage over 5 seconds. That sounds great. How do I make a Frost Flame? It's got attack slow, so I'm thinking it combines something with the... No? Okay. Okay. So then... Cannot be enchanted with Agile. Dang. Well, how about the spear then? Haha! 30% attack speed. So then where is the wizard? Enchant my boomerang. Trained. Attack speed and damage. Risk it. Skillful. Perfect. Haha. Very good. Damage, crit chance, range, and projectile velocity. Although range is a little bit hit or miss. A little bit hit or miss. If I... Well, I guess if I hit something, it comes back immediately if I hit something. But like if you miss, then it like bounces around and stuff until it hits something before it finally comes back to you. So like reduced range on the boomerang wouldn't be a terrible thing either. Alright. So with that, let's gather up some food. And see about killing a queen spider, I guess. Oops. Give me 50 corn. I'll also take attack speed and battle. Regen, definitely. And movement speed is always good. So those are for me. Penny the Guard, join me. Have some food. Sue the Guard, join me. You've already got food. Oh, that's the adventure party stuff. Oh, that's the whole party. Nice. I don't have to, like, individually talk to people. Garrett the Hunter? Oh. Never mind. The Mage. Join me. Alchemist. Yeah, why not join me? I guess it's fine. It's kind of whatever. Villager, farmer, a miner, another guard. Join me. Hey, look at us. What a little party we are. Alright. Excellent. And then travel up to the snow biome up here. Hi, everyone. I guess I'll take a knockback potion, too. Let's discover the royal egg thing or mysterious portal. No, it needs to be... That's just for the bat thing, probably. And murder. Good luck, everyone! I feel like with my party and all of that, it hasn't gained that much health, but I'm not too sure. 8,000 is definitely more than it had. Yeah! Shane's dead. Shane the Mage. Nah, he only had like 300 health. Massive risk bringing you in the first place. But at least I can get your loot and all that. It's not the biggest deal ever if you die. We just have to find a new mage. The Alchemist is dead as well. Also only had like 300 health. Carl the Guard. Rip. And kind of everybody else too. Didn't bring enough like consumables for everyone. I think literally everybody died, but we did it. We only lost everybody, though. What did we get? Big ol' spider claw thing. Is that... Excuse me? What? What? See what I mean? New discoveries. It's fun. They're generally here in this. They're generally here. Alright. This is good. Throw those on the ground. I forget how to use them a lot. Well, it cost everything. Like, everybody died. This is a sad, sad day for Dudetopia. Does anybody mind? How you feeling? Nobody cares. Okay. Literally nobody cares. I mean, if I had enough of the void shards and stuff and we did the farming for it, I could give people the void armor so that they're like really defensive. And the guards might gain health depending on the gear that they've got, because sometimes I had 810 health. So we could have really proper guards and all that, and I could give the mage like actual caster gear. And they probably would stand a pretty alright chance then. But I'm being quick and lazy about it, so because I think I generally wrap it up here. It's enjoyable enough. If you enjoyed Terraria, you'd probably get a kick out of this. Like, I don't really see a whole lot of reason why you wouldn't enjoy this. It's like a very similar type of deal, with a nice little community builder tacked on top of it too. The game is like $10 normally. I think it's currently on sale. I think the sale's ending though. Probably not on sale by the time you see this video. But the game's $10 though, like, come on. Void missile, controllable missile. Yeah, follows your cursor. And there's my mana then. Really handy for clearing the grass. Oh my. This envious spider claw though, like what? Can I craft anything with that? Does it upgrade? No. Pretty wild. Alright, let's turn this in and see what we got. I generally like this a lot though. Like this is quite okay. No real problems with it. Again, just the sort of, you gotta be careful the pacing of just like kill a thing, then fight the boss. New tier. Kill a thing, then fight the boss. New tier. Hey, free ammo pouch. Excellent. I don't think I needed one. But thanks. Deliver a buck. Yeah. Easily. And then do you want the Void Mage dead? So I think that dungeon is actually like a tier ahead. So I'd be going there with like the frost armor or the ice shard armor or whatever. I do like the similarities to Terraria, because Terraria had also sort of community building, but that was mostly just place something for people to live into, and that was it. They didn't really require very much, and their mood didn't matter. At least in this, their mood does matter, and they continue to do their jobs while they're in your settlement. So if I want miners to go out and harvest the crud for me, then we've got, you know, the ability to make them super duper happy, so they give us nice prices. So we send them down and they do some of the bulk work for us, and it works out. It's a very quite okay system this has going for it so far. Just again, the only thing is just the very 1, 2, 3 tier going on, which there seems to maybe possibly be some optional bosses and such to maybe make that a bit better. Yeah, I have no idea where the books are. Nobody's brought them to me yet, which sort of tells me they're not in any of these chests and they're in like a bookshelf or something. That's maybe not attached to the community. There they are. Man. For a second I was thinking somehow they were being consumed for something, and I was like, wait, are we like using them for fuel? Thankfully not. Man, that would have blown. Where has... Oh. Hi, Alistair. Yeah, kill the Void Wizard. Okay. Reduces hostile mob spawns. A bit unnecessary. Mercy the miner with a cool hat. Nice. Yeah, okay. I'll wrap it up here. This is pretty okay though. I really kind of like it. Like the Terraria, like I was saying, like it just, the NPCs don't really, their housing doesn't really matter. It's more about just throw down their housing kind of wherever and just make sure that they've got a home to live in. And that home just required like a few pieces of furniture. Like it was just absolutely gamified. But in this, it's a little bit more reasonable. to some extent you still have that where it's just like, oh yeah, just throw in like a cabinet, a bookshelf, a table and chair, and that's enough happiness generally. But the direction that it's heading, I could maybe see it becoming a little bit more than that. You could add in a bit more like skill onto people, like not just whether or not they can and can't do something, but also like their ability to do it. Thus changing crafting times and all that. So you're getting things done automatically, but also if you have like a nice happy blacksmith, they'll be able to make the armor and weapons a lot faster. And while you could do it by hand, if you're looking to outfit a small army, you're going to be at it for a little while, and it's all hands-on work because there's no crafting queue. If you get the blacksmith, they'll work on that all the time, always. And same deal with like cooking and farming and all of that. But I don't know how much detail you'd be wanting to go into. But if you're doing a game like this, that's something that you would be wanting to take advantage of. Really leverage the opportunity of having villagers do things automatically for the player, and probably better than the player could do them if they keep the villagers happy. So there's also incentive to actually try. Because then the blacksmith, you know, certain blacksmith needs, oh, you know, this is the blacksmith facility, this is where they work, and this is the stuff that they need to be happy. Stuff like that. It just depends how detailed you want to get with it. I like the idea of that this is the blacksmith, and it looks like a blacksmith, and this is where all the blacksmith stuff is, and this is the blacksmith house, and they live nearby, and it's a type of thing where I like the idea of that, but I'm not sure how like possible that actually is. I feel like there's a very fine line between ball-like and I guess immersive. I don't know. I'm mostly just kind of ranting at this point. Keeping an eye on it though. This is very nice. Just a little bit too tier-based for me right this moment, but we'll see what this becomes one day in the future. I don't know what the end game plans are for it, but so far, heck yeah, it's nice, especially for $10. Very nice.